Everyone has a dream car, but chances are your dream car is way too expensive for you to be able to buy. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about alternatives to some of the cars you probably want but can't afford. Some of these alternatives will be cheaper, while others cheaper to maintain, or maybe just more reliable. So get ready to annoy some of the purists because today on Cars_Mad we are talking about the cars you want, but the cars you should buy instead. Now, I can guarantee you that most people have heard of the Porsche 911, and for good reason. It is synonymous with racing. But what if I told you you could have almost as fun in a car that costs heaps less? Meet the Toyobaru BRZ GR86, which you can get for less than $40,000. These cars are 80% of the fun at 20% of the price, and are much cheaper to own and maintain. Now, obviously, it is nowhere near as fast, but it is a great car to do some track days in and learn how to drive well. So, if you're looking for a fun car, then consider the GR86/BRZ. Speaking of fun cars, for a lot of people, the AE86 is a dream car, but it is also getting harder and harder to find them, and the parts for them are also quite expensive. Now, the GR Yaris might seem nothing like the AE86, and if you want to drift, then it's not a real alternative. But if you just want a fun car to take on a twisty road that you can also daily drive, then consider the GR Yaris. Now, for a lot of you, the Mark IV Supra is the ultimate 90s JDM car, but the reason is because of the legendary 2JZ GTE twin-turbo 3-litre straight six. But what if there was another car this engine came in? Now, in the US, there was the GS300, which came with the non-turbo 2JZ. But here in Australia, we have a much better solution, the Toyota Aristo, which came with the turbocharged 2JZ. And the best part is that you can get them for as little as 20 grand, which is less than half the price of an A80 twin-turbo Supra. Now, ever since it released in 2021, the G80 M3 has been gaining hype online as a supercar killer, which it is. Now, don't get me wrong, the G80 M3 is great value for money, but if you, like most people, can't afford one, then consider the M340i xDrive, which you can get for as low as 50 grand, and is powered by a similar engine, the B58, which is also in the A90 Supra, and has huge tuning potential. But unlike the Supra, it also has the xDrive all-wheel drive system, giving it great traction no matter the weather. Lamborghini, a name you must have been waiting to hear in this video. So what car could possibly provide as an alternative to a Lamborghini Huracan? Well, the R35 GTR is almost as quick, and you can get them for less than 100 grand, which is a fair bit cheaper than the Huracan, which can cost anywhere from $300,000 to $700,000. But the GTR can also be a lot cheaper to maintain, plus the R35 has huge tuning potential. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch because an R35 is not cheap, but it is a lot less than the Huracan. The R32, R33, and R34 GTR are all legends in the JDM scene, but they can command premium prices. But there is another twin-turbo Nissan from the 90s, the Z32 300ZX, which has the VG30 DETT, which has a claimed 276 horsepower due to the Japanese gentleman's agreement. But like most cars with that figure, it probably made more. The 300ZX had some very advanced technology for the time, including rear wheel steering. You can get a 300ZX for under 30 grand. Now, the WRX STI is legendary, and for good reason, but the old GDA series, yeah, I know there's more specific model codes depending on the spec and everything, but that's just to generalize it, is getting a bit old, and they are starting to have more issues. Fortunately, for about the same price, you can get a VA WRX STI, which is much newer, but still maintains that good old EJ257, and even better, it only came in a manual. So it is a great alternative if you want something you can daily drive a bit easier. When it came out, the new Nissan Z got people excited because it was Nissan's answer to the Mark V Supra. Now, one of the selling points is its engine, the 400 horsepower VR30 DETT, which was actually originally in a different car, the Infiniti Q50 and Q60 Red Sport, which you can get for as little as $35,000. Now, no, it didn't come with a manual, but it's still a pretty cool car. And you can also get the non-Red Sport 3-litre version, which is just a little bit detuned. One of the most well-known tuner cars is the Honda EG Civic, mainly because these helped kickstart the Japanese tuning culture that we know today. But they can cost over $20,000, which is a lot of money for something that might not even have AC. So instead, I suggest you buy a Mark V Volkswagen Golf GTI, which you can get a good one for as little as $6,000. They also made the R32 with a 3.2 litre VR6, but these things are much more practical as a daily driver. Now, this next one is kind of a joke, but I thought it would be fun to include it. Well, what if you could get a Honda NSX for cheap? Meet the Honda S660, a mid-engined rear-wheel drive K car. That's right, it's a K car, but it's still really cool. Now, in Australia and most places, these things aren't cheap, so if you want one, you might want to import it from Japan. But it's still pretty cool. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Comment if you have any favorite cheat code cars or any videos ideas, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, because I am going to start posting regularly, hopefully. Anyway, see you next time.